Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Leo. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. Now, this could be your energy or it could be the other person's energy. I feel like somebody's hoping for a lucky break to get something off their chest with the clover and the anchor. It could be also that something happened in the past. It's because something happened in the past that resulted in a loss. It's because this person wasn't ready. It looks like this has changed and this person may now be feeling ready, but are hoping for a lucky break in order to push that forward, to get off their chest what they've been carrying or holding on to. I feel like this is somebody who had to learn the hard way. They're being shown as the Page of Wands here, and the Page of Wands has a very short fuse. Now, what I feel is though, from what I can see in the cards, that this short fuse is actually being caused by the Ten of Swords, which is an accumulation of perhaps some bad experiences that culminated in this breakup that happened between you. So they could have been carrying those swords for a long time, and it's because of those swords that they have this very, very short fuse, and I feel like they blew. Those swords caused them to misinterpret something or to misunderstand something. They wouldn't have given it a whole lot of thought. They would have jumped right away into something. Like they would have quickly become angry and would have made a very quick reaction without thinking. Impulsive. We see it going on here. It's what happened here, but this is what they want, and it is repeating. It's above and below the Ten of Cups. They realize here that because this card speaks to all not being as it seems, and so it's like there's a realization of that. That all wasn't as it appeared back here. Again, I have to say that this person is somebody who may have had some very difficult experiences, and it created this short fuse, this anger, this frustration, this mistrust, and it feels like they had to learn the hard way because their head is down. This page here, each card speaks differently. I have two Page of Wands and they're both telling me different things, This one, it's telling me about, you can see a woman in the background, and they walked away, but their head was down. Their cloak covering their heart, so they were feeling the need to protect themselves. Why? Again, the Ten of Swords. It's right here. It's next to them here, and it's above them here. And so this Page of Wands here is about bringing something back to life. It's what they're studying because pages are learning. This one's learning the hard way. This one's learning what he needs to know in order to bring something back to life, or he wants to know. He wants to learn this information. So now we have blossoming abundance at the heart of this reading, but it is in the reverse. And so clearly this person blew a fuse and is now sitting in the consequences of that action. And the reason those swords are able to get to him so easily and distort his vision of things is because he never dealt with them, you know. So this could be like a wake-up call that needs to be done. And so blossoming abundance in the reverse is feeling unhappy, unfulfilled. They're really feeling some emotional loss here. But this card is telling them that they could still turn things around, okay? They don't see it right now because they're very much up in their head, and they know what they've done, and they possibly feel like there's no way out, or that this is a dream, or that it feels like it's out of reach. The Death card on the Six of Wisdom on blossoming abundance in the reverse with this page. So this is about death is about turning the page, okay, on this situation that they themselves have brought in. I see it over here in the Tower, okay, and of course with this Knight of Swords energy. And this person, you know, there could have been already an attempt to try to fix this by this person. But because of this short fuse, because maybe they hadn't yet learned what they needed to learn, maybe that attempt just was like a false start. Okay, they weren't quite ready, so it was a false start. They still had work to do. They still had things they needed to learn. See, they're they don't see. If they, you know, they want to turn the page, but they don't see. They kind of feel like maybe it's unrealistic. You know, we have the Seven of Cups over here. And it's actually their fears. It's actually those swords that are talking to them again, but they don't really realize it. You know, fear of the unknown, fear of making a bad choice or another bad choice. You know, depending on how they're looking at this. It's like it just keeps happening to me, and it feels like this last time it's like maybe they feel like they had to be carried off the battlefield. They weren't getting their way. They weren't getting what they wanted. They were imagining, or they weren't going to get what they wanted. They were imagining all kinds of things. And it almost feels like another it's almost like ceremonial. It's like, oh, another notch in the belt, but in a bad way, because it's a bad experience. So you see, what I'm talking about here is all those swords that are lined up. So, oh my God, it's happening again. It's kind of it, you know. And this time was tough, was real tough, and they're even still clinging to this sword here. And so, you know, they're really feeling this emotional loss. But in effect, what they don't realize, or what they don't see, is that they themselves have set themselves up for this. They set themselves up for that fall by refusing to look at those swords, or not dealing with those swords, or not getting rid of those swords before entering into this relationship. They kept running from them, and so they carried the swords into the relationship, and whoop, they ended up here again. And nothing will change for this person until they take care of those swords, till they go back and find the culprit that's responsible for them. Because although there are many swords, and although it looks like there are, a lot of problems there, or that they have a lot of problems, and perhaps they have experienced a lot of things, but it all stems from one source. There was one place, one experience that started it all. And because they kept running from it, it just multiplied. They just made the problem worse. So what I see here is that this is about a decision to kind of make peace, to kind of somebody wants to make a peace offering here with this Two of Swords. It's a difficult decision. There's like no easy middle ground. It's going to be one way or the other. They're either going to forgive you or they're not. And so it's why it's difficult, because they have to proceed with the fact that maybe this person may not forgive them. Maybe it'll never happen. Maybe I'll never get it. They brought the Tower into this love relationship. They created it, and so it ended. It died here. We have a mausoleum, and this person has just been grieving over it. They're outside, lying almost in front of the mausoleum, wanting to bring it back to life. And this card is indicating actually that there is still hope, and that's what we keep seeing in this reading, is that there is still hope. That's what the very first card out. The person believes there's no way, or that it's out of reach, but this card says it's not. It's not because you can't see it right now that it's not there, or that it's not going to happen. You can still turn this around. You need to stand up and take your power back when it comes to these fears you have, and maybe you need to face them here now before proceeding. Yeah. When this person comes back, I feel that this experience will change them. Because there is this breakdown in communication, but we also see that there's that Knight, and they're very angry, you see? I want you to take a special note. You see how it says the Knight of Swords and how angry he is? He caused a lot of damage, right? But now look at him. What does it say? Knight of Swords. It's the same person, but it's not. They've changed. And so he comes back in as a helper after that breakdown in communication. Possibly there was jealousy involved. A realization that because they misunderstood something, or the swords could have fed them false information. Someone else could have fed them false information, because if you look at this card closely, this person is about to make a choice, but look at, there's two other people here. And look how their hands are over their face, like, oh, one's praying, the other one's got their hands over their face. So maybe somebody else was making them afraid of the choice and made them hesitate on a choice. I mean, that's possible. Learning what they need to know. Um, so this is in this card here, in this deck, in the upright, it speaks to a solution or finding the best solution. In the reverse, they feel like they're unable to. Again, this is this person. This is those swords speaking. And on top of it, we have the Hierophant and this Two of Chalices. So this could be about making this a very emotional choice to learn what they need to know to find a solution, to pick themselves up. If you're not happy, then you have the power to change your circumstances. If this person did make a bad choice in the past, well, the beauty is they can choose again. They can choose to get back up on their feet and make it right. Own it. Go back and explain. And the seventh chakra is in the reverse, so it's this person is not trusting in their intuition. It speaks to a blocked intuition. Maybe even they've doubted in the connection to spirit, perhaps because of all of these experiences they were having. This could be somebody who points the finger at other people when indeed they need to look inside of themselves, because it's something that's going on inside of themselves that is creating the outer world. I mean, look no further than that. You're not happy in your situation, that you're not happy with the way your life is right now, then you need to turn your gaze inward, because there's something inside of you that's going on that once you change that, your outside world's going to follow. And so for this person, what needs to be changed are these swords. I mean, he looks like he's being carried off to be buried there. But this card, this other Ten of Swords, I love these cards. They all tell a different story, And so this Ten of Swords over here is basically telling this person who's being carried off the battlefield that yes, it looks bad right now. Yep, and it does look very dark, but there is a light, and you see it. You can still bring this back from the brink of death, where it's kind of hanging, or appears to be going, right? But in order to accomplish that, to bring it back from the brink of death, you need to look behind you at where you came from, because where you came from is will explain a lot about your circumstances, and will your current circumstances will explain how you got here and how you should proceed. So this is about looking to the past and finding your errors. Once you do that, once you found your error, you know how to proceed. And that's what this is about. And That's exactly what they're going to do, because they're taking a decision here. They know that it could sting. I mean, because they could get there. They could get to this other person, or reach out to this other person and be turned away. Yes, that is a possibility, but they'll never know if they don't try, right? So that's exactly what they're going to do. They are going to extend their hand, this opportunity to talk. It's what they want. They want to make peace with this. They want a new opportunity. Look at that. They want to reach for this. This person needs to get something off their chest. They want this new beginning. This is somebody who thinks of you as a life partner, a long-term partner. This is esclamant de foi. So this is all about growth. So look at that. Judgment. So this is wiping the slate clean with death. Where's death? At the heart of the reading here. This is turning the page. It's not unrealistic. This is going to happen. You have the Ten of Cups up here. This is what's coming in. But you need to take action on it. Okay? So this is a very happy event in your future. Once you take this action, the action brings reward. You're going to get a lucky break. You have the clover. So it is, the clover brings you something you really want. It could be that 1 minute this person doesn't know how to do this, that it seems unrealistic, that it seems like it will never happen. But these cards send off a message that all is not as it seems. It's not as it appears. You can have your Ten of Cups. You can have this. You can bring it back to life. But you're going to have to take the action that's needed. This is about learning. This is hard lessons learned. So this person needs to look at those swords. They need to look back and find the error, find the root issue. Why does this keep happening to me? Well, look behind you. You'll find your answer, and you'll know how to proceed. And because it's important that you take care of those swords now, because there is an opportunity that's going to be opening up for you to do this. And it could happen at any moment. It could happen suddenly. An unexpected event occurs that throws you two together. Something is about to happen that is going to make you feel very, very lucky. Or them, whoever this is for. If this is for you, you're going to connect with this right away. That is what I have for you. Thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.